Welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions, your well wishes, and your support. Everything you need will be in the description box below. The High Vibes playlist will be here for your manifestation, meditation, and healing needs. Welcome back. This is going to be a daily download for today, October 1st. Happy October 1st, y'all. It is a new month. I hope that you are doing well. Look at the death card at the bottom of the deck. Ain't that cute? It always gives Day of the Dead energy. Um, I do sing and I do cuss. I hope that doesn't bother you. If for some reason it does, I ask that you return back to Tarot Land, as there are other readers that are more in line with you, as it may not be me. Still love you, but need you to be where you need to be in order to thrive, flow, and grow. Keep in mind the reading is general. I don't know you or your life. Take only what resonates and leave the rest for someone else who may need it. Okay. Hey Erica, how you are, honey? How you are? I was trying to write down something and I ended up writing. Why am I getting my plurals wrong? Um, okay. Maybe I should have did some channel writing before I started because now they got me doing it. Hopefully you all can hear me well. Testing. What's going on? Thank you. Hi, Julie. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Happy birthday to your baby. And I count the channel messages as for the collective if I get them before I start the message. And what I got when I started your reading is you don't look like what you've been through. Okay. So some of y'all people will really be shocked to hear your life story or what got you up until this point. Okay. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. I appreciate y'all for being here. Let's get into this message. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Now, for those of you that are new, we're going to pray. And we're going to get started. Okay. If you're watching the playback, do what you got to do to get through it. Okay. If you don't want to hear the prayer, it's up to you. Hey, Star. Uh, what did I say? Hey, Zell. How you doing? All right. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, ancestors and guides of the highest white light, I ask that you protect me from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, my aura and energetic field. As I do this message for the collective, I ask that you would show clear, accurate, and concise messages at this time. Whatever it is that you feel the collective needs to know, whatever messages they need to know, Holy Spirit, I ask that you would show those messages at this time. May the highest vibration find us at all times as we are forever grateful for your messages. So it be, so it be, and so it be. Y'all know we nosy, so let's get into this message. Holy Spirit, what do you have for your babies? We got 10 of Wands and the Devil. This first card's out. It's giving the devil thought he had me. Then we got the Star and the 10 of Swords coming out in the reverse. Okay. You don't look like what you've been through. Okay. You need to know that. You don't look like what you've been through. Okay. You done been through burdens. You done been through chains. You done been through shackles. Okay. But you don't look like nothing that you've been through. What do you have? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, 3 of Swords in the reverse. This is no longer allowing your wounds to dictate the choices that you make, or you're learning how to come out of that season. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Knowing now that your wounds can literally be a blockage. There's a truth that you may be seeing about yourself. Judgment. Devil energy with the judgment out here. What do you have, Holy Spirit, for the collective when it comes to this spread? We got the Two of Cups in the reverse, Three of Swords. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the Star at the bottom of the deck once again. We have the Hermit splitting the deck and the Wheel of Fortune right behind it with the Moon. And at the back of the deck, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse with the Six of Wands. All right now. Yeah, it feels like a truth is breaking you free. You know, they say the truth will set you free. Lots of cliches coming out. You know, like sayings, cliches, the truth will set you free. You don't look like what you've been through. You ain't in the same place they left you. That type of energy, that's what's coming out. Let's get into some overall energy of the spread, and then we're going to get started. But it does feel like, let's say, you know, for example, there was a trauma, there was a burden, there was some harm that happened to you in some type of way. And this burden, this harm, whatever this was, it caused you a lot of pain. It caused you a lot of sorrow. And I feel like the pain was primarily in relationships, primarily in connecting with other people, primarily constantly being let down. And I feel like, you know, when you go through so much trauma, you start building off of what you know. And if all you know is pain, that's all you will, like, you know, look, anticipation and illusion. That's all you will expect. That's all you will see for yourself. And I feel that in this time with the Ten of Wands and the Knight of Swords, there could be some type of truth being revealed to you. We have the Ingenuity card here. There could be some truth being revealed to you about yourself, your role. Yeah, awareness. Trust, resilience, and sanctuary. Uh, what do you have for the collective, Holy Spirit? Holy Spirit, what messages, what overall message do you have here for the collective as we get into this spread? Please and thank you. What do they need to know? Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to this spread, please? Thank you. We got detachment. Yeah. Walk away. We have action when we split the deck. We have contract right behind it. Sometimes, like, solar plexus at the back of the deck. Sometimes it's like I see so much within the cards that I don't know where to start and what to say. Because I feel that there has been a burdensome cycle in your life, and you have met harsh truths all along the way. There have been doors closed in your face. There have been battles that you didn't even really start. There's been wars and all type of stuff in your own life. And I'm not talking about spiritual battles. I'm talking about agents of chaos that have come into your life to create endings where the divine gave you new beginnings, to create distraction when the divine has required focus from you. There's a detachment energy that you are in, or there's a detachment energy that's coming in, and this energy is setting you free. It's kind of like your era of dealing with devilish energy, distractions, chains, cycles, addictions, insecurities. Now, it's not to say that you won't experience some level of insecurity or opposition, but the theme of your cycle, your life cycle, it feels like this is ending. It's the last call, or it's basically, it's giving me like, you know how McDonald's has seasonal food and they be like, the McRib is back. Something has been for a limited time in your life, but it's felt like for a while. 10 of Wands with the devil. And whatever this was, I feel like at one point in your journey, it created like a hole or a chasm in your heart. Hey, Janine, how are you, honey? But the purpose of this like devilish energy was to break your spirit and to make you become something that you are not, to make you mask. Because most people that don't realize that they keep themselves in a cycle by continuing to be inauthentic to who they are, they continue to, oh my God, and I didn't even realize there's a mask in this picture. I didn't even like pay attention to that until I saw there's a mask that she's taking off with the detachment. There's a mask that people wear when they find that being my authentic self is going to get me ridiculed, is going to get me criticized, it's going to get me to lose friendships. People are going to turn their back on me, and I don't want to be the person in the center that everyone's laughing at. But what they don't realize is that no one wants to be that person. But if it means choosing the light with the star, if it means the road less traveled with the fool in the reverse, if it means temporarily being uncomfortable, as long as I'm in alignment with my divine purpose, not many people choose that path. What's up, Unique? How are you, honey? And so I feel like there has been a level of bravery. There has been a thickness of the skin that you have had in this journey. And all of the battles that you've experienced, whether they be physical, spiritual, mental, or emotional, they have created chasms in your world and in your life. And I feel with this Three of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups, the most of the pain has come from the connections that you've had, but they were being used just like they were being used against you. They were also being used for you to rip open the hollowness of the soul or of the heart in order for you to fill it with true, genuine foundations of love, prosperity, unconditional love. Like as you were being ripped open, it's like there was a hole there, like most people, but most people fill it with the worldly things or the carnal mind. You know what I mean? But with this energy out here, it's like I'm hearing soul mission complete. That's it's kind of deep. Soul mission complete. Hey Tamia, how are you, honey? Thank y'all for being here. Or at least a cycle of hardship with the Ten of Wands. A cycle of facing harsh truths. It's getting completed, okay? I'm doing wonderful, honey. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective when it comes to this spread, please? And thank you. We have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. This message is about you going through so much hardship in your life and you finally getting to a point where it no longer can reign supreme because the divine is giving you the truth. The truth is, and you may already know some of the truth, but you haven't felt it. I'm hearing when Janae Aika was like, yeah, you hear me, you don't feel me though. The divine is like, baby, this cycle of you being distracted, it was always a battle. This is even like a matrix energy. There was always some type of battle. And the battle was, can I get the collective to move away from their true self? Can I get you to feel so unworthy, so ungood enough that you would choose to put on a mask and pretend to be like the masses? I know you have a light, but are you willing to put that light out if it means being accepted by other people? If it means having people not be your enemy or to come against you or to have some type of war or some type of battle? And you chose yourself each and every time. You chose authenticity every time. And you walked away from situations that didn't seem right for you. But with the Sun card and the envy and the deceit, it came with a lot of battles. You would think that because people choose to wear a mask, that when you don't, they wouldn't worry about you because at least they're fitting in. You feel what I'm saying? But no, you had the strength to do something that most people don't, which is to be yourself, to be authentically you, to not work at jobs you know you're not guided to not be in relationships you know that would be settling, to choose to be single for a long period of time, even if it made you look like you were the problem, to choose to express your intuitive ability in one way or another, even if it made you look crazy, to choose to have boundaries and stand up for yourself, even when it made you feel alone. It is not an easy path, and people have been envious of you for the very thing that they were too afraid to choose for themselves. And this cycle of your life, it was, of course, for your highest good, to show you how resilient you are, to build up that thick skin, but also it's for many reasons. It was to show people, because you were being made to be an example. It was also to show you that you can choose you regardless and make it at the end. But it was also to show this devilish energy that no matter how hard you hit the collective, you would never be able to stop them. That's what this was about. That's what your life has been about. What's up, Bree? What's up, Terry? How are you, honey? What do you have, Holy Spirit, for the collective? And each and every time where you could have got down and dirty, you could have got revenge, you chose humor, the lighter side of life. Each and every time when you could have ruined your own destiny to pay a bitch a visit, to show a bitch your teeth, you chose the latter. What do you have, Holy Spirit? And the divine is rewarding you for that. They're acknowledging that even when you had to walk alone, you still walked with the divine. You still chose your divine path, even when you were confused, even when you didn't know where you were going, even when you felt like it was the end, you kept going. Abundance. Yeah. I am a limitless being, and I manifest whatever I desire into my physical reality. That's exactly what you've been doing. And it's been hard. And it hasn't always been fun. But you've learned a lot. They're showing me marbles. And something about how marbles are made. I don't know what that's about. Y'all know they gave us an analogy yesterday. But something about marbles. You know how... I don't know. Hold on. It's our research time. Because marbles, they come in different like colors and they look really pretty, but how they're made, I don't know. I used to play with marbles as a kid. I don't even know where you would find marbles at. Mm. Okay, they come from sand, soda lime, silica, and other materials for color. Scrap glass color is often included. Mm. Um, hey, Delicia. Hold on. You know, I'll be having to stop and see what they mean. See what marbles. Marble stone. Marble. Okay. So it says marble for strength and stability. Marble is a grounding stone. It is the idea of security, strength, and stability. It's viewed as the stone of potential, like a block of stone awaiting a master carver's touch. Wow. Finding marbles. It says, if you found a marble, know that this is a sign of spirit, of messages being delivered, not necessarily of good luck and prosperity, but of awareness. And I showed y'all the awareness card. Mm. Marbles is an ordinary stone with extraordinary energy that brings out greatness, self-empowerment and abundance in all shapes. Enduring qualities make it a symbol of permanence and purity. It's like a whole bunch of, and then we just talked about how it said like sand and scrap glass and all of those different things create an actual marble. Because I wasn't talking about like the marble stone, like marble countertops, but they were giving me both, like the marble countertops. But y'all know what I'm talking about, the little marbles, they like little, spears. And we used to play with them as kids. And some people used to have bags of marbles and we used to play with them. I forget what we used to do with them, but marbles are representing of permanence and purity, because every ugly thing that you take to make it and something so beautiful comes out of it is being jam packed with scraps in order to make a beauty of a whole. And that's what I feel like this cycle was. There's a cycle here that you've been going through, and it has been only showing, it's like been brushing off the layers of who you really are. And it's like slowly but surely you've been found to be who you are, but you are finding it out for yourself. And that's what I feel like is like connecting. So it says friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I feel like also you've crossed paths with certain people in order to kind of show them your beauty and encourage them to show you theirs, or encourage them to let theirs free. Now they're showing me peacocks. So peacocks could be significant. But there's an energy here where you were being an example while you were discovering. There's a journey. And now with this Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands, right next to the Judgment, you're finally getting a truth about something. Let's dig deeper. What do you have, Holy Spirit, for this message? Holy Spirit, what do you have for this message for the collective? What's the Ten of Wands? We have the Page of Swords. Again, there's some type of truth. Hey, team. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Slowly but surely, there has been a truth. The weight has been put on you. The endurance has been had. You have also been being like observed. Is also what I'm getting. The Star. Show me more on this Ten of Wands. I'm hearing character building. So the divine was building your character. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. The divine has been building your character, getting you ready, because even in the Wheel of Fortune, there are like different like animals and angels and eagles and stuff like that. They all have some type of like scroll, okay? And they all have some type of position of order, authority. Everything on the Wheel of Fortune has a purpose. Everything is about, like, the Anubis is about the death. Then the snake is about the life, transformation. Then you have the Sphinx at the top. Then you have the four different signs. Um, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo energy on this card. You've been through many different phases and you passed many, many different tests. And it took you a long time. I feel like, again, your biggest test was in friendships, relationships. What's the Knight of Swords? The Temperance. I don't know. I just keep getting this feeling that the divine is like giving you access to some information. It feels like keys, codes, key to life type of energy. Finally being able to like unlock a magic door type of energy. Okay, it's giving like finally getting access to something that you were always like, it was your birthright to receive it or get it, but you're ready for it now. Can I just get one? Thank you. Star. Yeah. Yeah. What's the Devil? What's the Devil? Two of Swords in a reverse. And you're finally able to see past your pain. It's like you were, again, when people are constantly being shown the world, you can choose to think or believe that that's all the world has to offer based off of what you have experienced right in front of you. But that was the illusion within itself. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse, you're getting past the illusion. And now the devilish energy that has been assigned to your path, you're seeing right through it. It's like you're breaking the glass. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're walking through it now. It's like, you know what they're showing me? The what is that movie? New Earth. It was the movie with Will Smith and his son Jaden, and he had to make it to one side of the island to get another piece to be able to like call for help and then race to the other side. But he had like these different like oxygen packs because Earth was not able to be breathable by humans anymore. But there was also like a creature that was hunting him along his journey. Eight of Cups, clarifying the devil. It was a creature, and the creature in the devil also represents fear. The creature could smell his fear, and that is how the creature was able to find him. It didn't even have eyes to see him. It can only smell him through his fear. And in a moment where he stopped, like something his father said echoed within him, and he felt like when he lost his connection to his father and he couldn't hear him or talk to him, he got scared. He went through a lot on this journey to find the tail piece of the, it was like a ship or a spacecraft. Halo. It was like a spacecraft, and he had to get to the other end of the spacecraft, and it was across the earth in order to like get a re-up on the oxygen packs, but also call for help. And then when he got to that side, he was already running out of the stuff, and he had to make it to the top of the mountain in order to get the signal. But at the top of the mountain was this thing that kept on trying to defeat him. And in the moment of the battle that he was having, he had a moment of like, I'm no longer letting this dictate my life. This is just something. Fear is a story you tell yourself. They were saying that in a movie, like fear is, it was something. Fear is a story that you tell yourself, or a story that hold on. Is it New Earth? Something on Earth? Jaden Smith. After Earth. Fear is not real. Yes, okay. The quote was, and Will Smith said it in the movie, fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is the product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. That is near insanity. Now, do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. This devil energy, Two of Swords, you finally like figured out the rah behind somebody or something. It's like being scared of the vacuum cleaner when you a baby and then you realize that motherfucker ain't gonna eat me up. You know what I'm saying? If I put the wrong thing in its path, the thing gonna tear it up itself. Like there's a releasing of fear, or now the tides are changing in your life, and the divine is like, you're going to realize that what you've been afraid of, or what you've been conditioned to believe, or what pain and hold that's been in your heart, Three of Swords, that has been stopping you, no longer has its power because you no longer believe it to be true, or you see through what it is. It's not as scary as you thought it was. It's just like being scared of the dark as a kid and growing up and realizing, bitch, I'm the light. What I'm scared of the dark for? It's giving that, especially with the Judgment. And then we have walking away with the Sun card. Come on now. What's the Judgment? And so now I feel like this is also the divine saying you're ready. You've learned how to detach. We have the Six of Cups. You learn how to detach from like a boogeyman energy. And this boogeyman energy has been like energetic and spiritual. That's been making you insecure. Come on now with the Justice out here. Like there's been an energy of something making you fearful. And this could have been a seed that was planted when you were young. So like if you've always had a colorful personality, but you've had parents, nobody want to see that. Nobody want to hear that. Sit down. Don't talk. Be quiet. you're this, you're that, you're this, like that critical energy that has been constantly trying to like rip you down. Like, y'all ever seen them videos where like a child has done something and they've been snatched away? I hate to see that. Like, I hate to see that. Like, people think that's funny, but to me it's like, damn, what the baby do, but it's been giving that energy of like ripping you out of something so quickly or shutting you down. And it's been that happening over and over again, or happening at a time when you're so fertile and so sensitive to energy, has in turn made you fear being seen. It made you fear being loved properly, because you know when you haven't seen that, every situation seems like a daunting situation. And the divine is like, now is not the time for that energy anymore. Yeah, Nine of Cups. It's no longer time to make friends with your pain. It's for you to see how the pain has served you. Come on now, Ten of Cups now. We went from the Nine of Cups reverse to the Ten of Cups in the upright. It's for you to see how that pain can transform you into something much more positive. See the truth within the pain. The pain doesn't have to keep existing in your heart and causing you to miss out on opportunities. The pain can be used as fuel to create thicker skin, but not even just thicker skin. It's wisdom and knowledge that comes with what you've been through, not to let it stop you from moving forward, but being honest, or being, I don't know if the word is porous, malleable, being malleable enough, flexible enough to bend instead of breaking. And something about like giving up, like not letting your pain make you feel like you just need to give up altogether, because I feel like that was a season you went through as well. Five of Swords. What's getting ready to happen next in your life, it's going to show you something totally different from what you experienced before, and it's going to give you the option to release a lot of the unsatisfactory experiences that you've had. What's the Two of Cups? It's like your experience has served you well, because now with the Two of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, you no longer work on like lopsided connections. You no longer see it as something you desire. You no longer like make friends with pain. You no longer feel like it's something you need to go back to. You no longer feel like you need to fix anything, prove anything to anybody, show up for someone more than you show up for yourself. It's like, if I'm going to be an example, I'm going to be an example in a way that truly serves me, in a way that truly follows my authentic self, instead of me being an example in a place where no one understands or feel me. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Cups, you've released a lot of like codependent energy. What's the Seven of Wands, Holy Spirit? We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. I also feel like there's been, look, it's like it's been a naivety knocked out of you, being like so easily swayed, but also with the Page of Pentacles coming out right next to it, being the person that's willing to still try something new. It's like something about your spirit never was able to fully break, even with all of the trauma, even with all of the fears, the doubts, even with the disorderly energy. Something on your path has been trying to take from you. And all the while, it's basically here to say it hasn't been successful. This pain that's been on you, it hasn't been successful. And I feel like it's unlocking a new door. And this new door is coming through the healing that you've been doing on yourself, and your ability to be able to walk into new chapters without you feeling like you're missing out on anything or anyone that's behind you. It's like one last look before your new journey starts, because right after there's the Sun card, and the number 1 is on this here. And it's almost like another energy out here. If they were hating on you then, they're really gonna not like you now, because you were in a season of struggle. You were in a season of trial and error. And now you're in a season where it's time to truly build the foundation you've been waiting for. It's time to truly like have the friendships you've been desiring. It's time to experience the abundance and the lighter side of life. Nine of Swords comes out in the reverse with the Ace of Wands. It's time for you to like really have the tools you need to build the life you've envisioned for yourself, instead of the one that has been given to you based off of the experiences and the karmic judgment that has been on your path. Fool card energy, Six of Pentacles. It's time. Like the life that you've been shown to be destined for yourself is finally coming into play because you've made it through a major cycle of yes, Five of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, Judgment. You've made it through a major cycle of like sadness, karmic judgment, like karmic chains, things that you didn't even like have really much to do with. Like for some of y'all, you were finishing up things that the people before you just never finished up. And now it's time for a season of love, peace, harmony, instead of a season of pain and dread, you know? And I'm also getting that the divine is saying you're ready for this season and this cycle now. But you also may be tempted to go back into a painful era because the new things are going to scare you. Four Swords in the reverse with the Six of Wands. This is like getting recognition, people that love you, and you like, do they love me? You know, this is like getting partnership, people that are healing, people that truly see you, and you like, do they see me? Like, because you've been in spaces where you felt like maybe they did, just to find out that y'all were not the same. And the divine is like, I know, Five of Swords. I know that that's been scary to you, but it's truly time for your life to progress forward because this old cycle has nothing to teach you. And to be honest, you won the war. You won the battle. You won. Five of Wands with the Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You won because whatever this was no longer controls you. In this new chapter, it's going to be a bit alarming for you because at one point in time, you weren't able to really put down your roots. But now you're the architect. Now you're ready for the next cycle. You're ready. Because whatever this was sent to defeat you, it was doing its karmic job. And you did your big one by getting past it, seeing the truth for what it was, and no longer allowing it to stop you. No longer seeing it as a thing that really existed, but seeing it as a thing that's just being used as a tool. Okay? What's up, divine? Holy Spirit, what's coming up next for them as a result of this message? Like where do we go from here? Seven of Cups, options. I'm hearing the beauty to choose. Now you're choosing the path. Oh yeah, Five of Cups in the reverse with the Six of Pentacles. The beauty to choose who you connect with, the beauty to choose where you spend your money, finally getting into your craft, being uninterrupted is also what I'm getting. The Five of Coins in the reverse is sticking out. Behind that is the Death card energy. You're finally going to be in a season where there is no interruption of creating the soil. Now, there will be distractions. I'm never going to say that there won't be. But I'm definitely getting the energy of the focus is easier. The nervous system is calmer. The feedback that you get from others is better. This could also be like spiritual clarity for some of y'all if you've been feeling like very foggy. The spiritual smoke is clearing. Seven of Swords in a reverse. There's a spiritual clarity. Your intuition, your gifts are sharpening. Your tools are being made available to you. Which way, Holy Spirit? I'm hearing upright. Four of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. Can I get two more for what's coming in next as a result of this cycle closing out for them? We have the High Priestess in the reverse and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Can you clarify that energy for me? What I'm getting off of this is you no longer having to like put pressure to know what's happening next. Yeah, Two of Wands, because the plans are going to be lined up with you now. It's kind of like you're the leader of your world, where things were just happening for your highest good. Things were just kind of like It's like you get into a space your ancestors didn't get to, okay? And that space was they was born into this life having to be dealt whatever was on the table for them, right? So, excuse me, you have more choice than they ever had because of the levels that you've completed in this lifetime. So some of them, they were born into poverty. Now you have the choice to progress your bloodline, so no one has to be born into poverty anymore, or at least not your family, your kids. Moving forward, it starts with you. Um, no financial literacy. You now have that power to create that as a like you now have the power and the authority to create laws of your life that you never have to live through again. You don't get the life that's handed to you and you having to make it through it. No, you create the plan. You pave the roads, you put the signs up, you name the streets, you build the buildings. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying literally, but the new world that you're creating for yourself with this high priestess out here in the reverse and the ace of wands, you no longer have to like go with whatever the timeline shows as your experience, because even this goes even into like a spiritual way. Like if you had parents who always created third parties, now you have to live out your life dealing with third parties and running into certain people and dealing with certain lessons, because this is the foundation they put into the mix of what their generation is going to experience and get past and heal from. Whether this is like betrayals and stuff like that, they put that. People don't realize that the actions that they take add into the mix of what their generation is going to experience. So if a person in the bloodline is like a backstabber, or they succumb to like devilish energy, or they succumb to a person that gets comfortable and never seeks outside of themselves, never pushes themselves to their own I heard academic limit. So some of y'all, this is academically, but I'm also getting like they never to their highest potential, to their ambitious heights. You're beyond that now, and you're going to live the life of choice with the two of wands, instead of being that born into sin energy of you just got to deal with whatever's on the table because ain't nobody clearing this shit off, and you the one to do it, you the one chosen to do it. So your life is going to be added, whatever was added to your life to make it hard. It's basically like going to undergrad and you haven't even gotten to your major yet because you have to do the basics. You're done with these basic steps. It's not to say you won't experience some type of um I don't even feel comfortable saying hardship. You won't face any challenges. It's not to say you won't face any challenges, but you'll be able to hurdle through these challenges a lot easier, because for one, you have the knowledge, you have the endurance, you have the strength, but you also have proven yourself through your actions, through the way you chose to deal with your path. And now it's time for those relationships that weren't equal give and take to exist in your world. Now it's time for like the truth the first time, the genuine energy the first time, running into people who they don't have to fumble you in order for them to learn that you are somebody of importance. They don't have to do you wrong in order to learn that the Most High is your guide, or you are loved by a supreme source. You get to write the path now. And it's like, it's something about the tears that you cried, especially with this Five of Cups. The divine collected all of your tears, and they've created like a river or ocean of prosperity and abundance. I'm hearing that song by India Ari, River Rise. Carry me back home. What do you have, Holy Spirit? What's coming up next? Strength. Wow. Abundance. And one more, action. It's like finally being able to create. So if you've been wanting to go to school, you're going to get that timeline where you can do that. You've been wanting to meet a goal. You finally get that without things interrupting what you got going on. We have the worth. Then I say a river, like a river. That song was playing yesterday when I was watching the movie. But you see the truth energy. Then we got the worth card. Yeah. Yeah. Authenticity. All because you chose your authentic path, and it wasn't easy. But anyone after you, as long as you stay on your path, anyone after you, they now have the permission and the freedom to be themselves without someone coming against them and making their life so hard. Now, if they choose that path, that's up to them, but you didn't get that choice. You just got handed to you whatever your bloodline had on the table. And before you can get to the good stuff, you kind of have to clear what you have. It's like eat what you got on your plate before you can get more food or better food, right? So I just feel like the divine is like, just get ready for this new cycle and know that the pain is being burnt off of you. Because even with this devil card and the chains, she doesn't look scared of the devil to me in this card. She looked like you'll never get away with this type of energy. And I feel like that's been your vibe the entire time. Like, you'll never get away with this. No matter how sad I get, I will always rise. No matter how lost I feel, I'll always be found. No matter how dark things get, I will complete my mission on this planet, on this earth, or on this timeline. And I feel like the healing things are coming in as the darkness is dwindling out. It is just showing me like an hourglass. It's minimizing the time is out for it. There are new things that are going to transition you, because it's not like, oh, boom, you're healed and now you're ready for a new cycle. No, the new things that are coming in from the new cycle are the things that are going to kind of squeeze the last bits of this like bitter or darkness or painful cycle to really come to a close, because whatever you started with is not the way you have to end your life. It's the same with like attachment styles. You starting with anxious attachment comes from inconsistent love. Avoidant attachment comes from love that you know will never come, right? Fearful attachment comes from you buying into that you may never get what it is that you want. So you got to move 10 steps ahead. You can heal from all of those because the goal is secure attachment. And I'm just using that for an example. You have to experience a world of security in order to really break out of a world of shakiness, of relationships, connections, opportunities. You have to experience enough wins in your life to gain your confidence again. And I feel like that's what's happening now. You know, you've exercised your spiritual muscles enough where it's time for you to experience life. And now your challenge is kind of going to be adjusting to the new ways that you're being treated, the new opportunities that are being put on the table, the new spotlight that the divine is putting on you. Because for some of y'all, this is going to show up as like support and spotlight, overwhelming support. Like some of y'all are really going to have like fans and followers. Some of y'all, this is going to be you finally like breaking records in your family when it comes to your business, when it comes to the foundation of home, right? You may be the first person in your family to be able to purchase a farm or hold down a house or pay off a house, right? You may be the first person in your family to graduate from college. Whatever it is, you're going to be the world record in your bloodline for different things, depending on what you're going to pursue. But those things are going to break you out of the like spiritual bondage that you've been in as a result of the karmic debt that you've had to clear. Okay. So congratulations, Pooty Duties. Let me get you some Moonology cards. And then we're going to do TikTok right after this. So follow me over there if you are interested in like discounted readings, stuff like that, and a collective message. Ooh. All right, Holy Spirit, what do you want to close this message out with for them? I'm hearing that song, "Got Me Fucked Up." What is that about? That devilish cycle had you fucked up, friend. It had you messed up. Like you thought I wasn't gonna win. It's giving that. It's like walking across the stage, shaking the principal's hand and looking at the camera and being like, "Yeah, you thought you was gonna stop me," type energy. Got me fucked up. Y'all know the little song. What you got, Holy Spirit? Final messages. Like, yeah, it's like looking at that teacher that didn't believe in you. Like, yeah, like your season to finally get to glow. We got to believe in the impossible. So something that was made to feel impossible is happening. The divine is telling you to believe in it. Can I get let's get 5. We got the energy is gaining momentum. We have what do you need to release? This is something you are actively releasing. They're showing me like a tire that has a slow leak in it, slowly releasing. And we have you and your loved ones are safe. And we have communication is key. So I feel like the divine is saying go after the things you want to go after. Like if you're expecting some door to be slammed in your face, there's a win-win in the outcome. And you don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about your past holding you back. Well, don't let your past hold you back. You don't have to worry about like the same type of feedback. Like even I'm getting like even in relationships, even in love and shit like that. Like you don't have to worry about something or someone. Like anything that's a no isn't for you anyway. And so it's kind of like you're in a season where you'll be able to take it better than feeling like you missed out on something. But I feel like the things that are going to reject you are meant to reject you, and you need to look at them as divine protection. But also the things that are for you are so much better, and those things are going to like take priority over the things that would have worked against you anyway. Okay, I love y'all so much. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like the video. It does help get the message out there to those who may need it. If you're interested, you can also join my Patreon where we have different reads over there. Of course, I will post on the community tab page when I have uploaded a new video. Follow me over on TikTok if you are interested in discounted evening reads and collective messages that we're going to get ready to do now. If you're watching the playback, thank you for being here. Let me know how it resonates in the comments section, and I'll see y'all in the next one, okay? Bye.